Russell Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. This is the daily check-in. Today's check-in is, of course, on Monday is with Miss Tiffany. But I don't know what's going on over there in Chicago.
Don't start,
But
don't start that.
I don't know what's going on over there, but we're trying to get her to adjust her height because you want to make sure your height are basically the same, even with me. Okay, I'm not next to her. She's in Chicago. I'm in LA. Okay, but I'm trying to get her to your height's too low. She was like at the
It's
bottom. I'm
still
like,
low.
no, it's fine now. It's fine now.
Okay.
So leave it alone. Leave it alone,
Sorry.
please. So anyway,
Okay.
hey,
Okay.
we're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well today. Happy Monday. And did I say we're live on? Yeah, I did say that. Comments are open, so feel free to make comments. If you're on YouTube, feel free to make comments. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Go to Russell of Hotels and subscribe. So that way, anytime I go live, which is every day, you get a notification. Okay. And then that way I don't have to keep telling you that, I do this daily check-in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as well as on air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I wouldn't have to tell you that because you get a notification. But now I told you. So please go to my channel and once again, subscribe to the channel. So anyway, so Mondays, like I said, are devoted to Tiffany coming on and talking, asking questions, talking about maybe our last conference that we attended, and I think that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm not sure because just last week we were in. Actually, my backdrop is from Toledo, Ohio. Okay, and I
Oh,
believe
that's nice.
yeah, that's Toledo, right? Yeah, that's the
Okay.
view. That's the view from the suite in the Homewood suites. Remember Homewood suites? So,
Yep. Yep.
so we had a good time, and learned a lot about Toledo. I mean, some people, I remember before I even went to Toledo, people were like, well, "Why are you going to Toledo? What's going on there? Is that a destination?" Yeah, they're all destinations, and you have to before you can make comments on things, both either positive or negative. You need to experience them for yourself, right? So. People they kill me with that. Oh, Toledo, what do they have to offer? Well, now I know. So I've been there, I've experienced it, and would I take it for the right meeting? Yeah, damn sure, I'll be right there in Toledo. Okay, but everything has to fit. It has to make sense. Geographical, the lift that goes in there. You do fly into Detroit, which there's a lot of lift going in there. So I had a direct flight from Los Angeles to Detroit, and it's literally about 50 minutes. I'll just say 50 minutes from the Detroit airport to Toledo. I didn't realize it was that close, but hey, there you go. So there's definitely adequate lift into the Toledo area. So what do you think, Miss Tiffany? What's going on?
Agreed. I had a good time. So I think I was one of the few that actually knew where Toledo was and Toledo because I have family there. So I'd been there quite a few times. But it's changed in the last few years. So I mean, to the people that say, "Why are you going?" Well, that's why these events are so important because Toledo got to show off why you would come, right? So I thought they did a really good job. I thought they were very passionate about their city. Like, what did you think? I feel like a lot of people, I mean, even if they were transplants, they had been there for a while, but they had a lot of pride of, what was going on in the city and new developments. And, that was good, right? Because I felt like it gave a great impression,
Yep.
you know?
Yep. No,
So,
I liked everything about it. And yeah, definitely the passion, definitely the people that were
yeah.
maybe live there, or like you said, even the transplants, people that live there, they were all in. You know what I mean? They were excited, and
Right.
I think that's half the battle right there. Are you excited about your destination? Because
Right.
I know people that work here in Southern California at destinations. They don't show the enthusiasm for
Exactly.
their destination. It's supposed to be one of the best in the world. Well, then if it's one of the best in the world, then you need to show people with your,
Right.
your body language, your attitude, whatever, that it is the best place to be, right? And the people in Toledo definitely showed that, and I appreciate that, right? So there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. What else?
Okay, so what about the show in itself? Like your appointments, the people? Because we went to, we went to a show called Destination Midwest. So it wasn't all about Toledo, it was all about Midwest locations.
Definitely
So I'm
was.
curious.
No, I
I'm curious
mean,
what you thought about your appointments, because I have my thoughts about my appointments.
well, my appointments were good. I mean, I got to see who I wanted to see. Definitely. Okay, I got to see who I wanted to see. I'm not real familiar with a lot of Midwest destinations
Yeah.
outside of Minneapolis, Chicago, and Detroit. And I've actually put business into Detroit. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. Have I did any other? No, I haven't. So you got Kansas City. You have all those Midwestern cities that were there and represented, and it was just good to because they would ask me, well, what do you have? Do you have any business for this area? Which that first of all, that ain't the right question to ask. I mean, get to know me
Right. Let's
first.
stop with that.
Get
Yeah.
to know me first,
And,
okay, before
and,
we
here,
jump
and
into
here's
that.
the thing. Here's the really crazy thing. People that have business, like right off the bat, have an RF, they will tell you. You
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
to ask.
yes,
They
exactly.
will be like, "Hey, I'm glad I'm meeting with you because matter of fact, I have something for you." They will tell
Yes,
you. So there's no reason to do 30 times, 30 of the planners. Do you have anything for me?
yes,
Yeah, we're
yes.
still learning about who you are.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm on a fact finding mission. And I told him, I said, hey, literally, I'm on a fact finding mission. I want to know about you as well as your destination. But it's gonna
Yeah.
start with you. You know what I mean? When did you start? How long you been here? That kind of thing. I mean,
Right.
with your destination or hotel. What's unique about yours versus the one across the street or the destination next to you or whatever the heck it may be. But don't start off with just asking me about what business do I have. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
wrong thing to do. But I mean, just lead with yourself. Let's I mean, you can ask me. It doesn't matter who goes first, but don't lead in with the business. Even if you went first and then I go second, don't lead in. Well, what do you have for me? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I mean,
So
get to
yeah.
know.
You
Yeah,
know
get to
what?
know me.
How about okay? So let's help these people out, right? Because sometimes depending on who you're talking to, the sales manager, they've been doing this for years, or I met somebody where this is their first show completely. So maybe they just don't know like the particulars or how to talk with planners. So let me throw out. Um, you can even say, "What do you know about my city, if anything?" And maybe that can stir about your presentation. So if I am well versed in your city and I was just there, you're going to be like, well, let me give you some updates that you might not have known.
That's a
And
good
if I
one.
tell you I have no idea where you're even located, you could be like, well, let me start there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I mean, I get that you want to tailor the conversation to each planner, but have some open-ended questions. And they're not around this RFP because, like you said, we're on a fact-finding mission. Give us some facts. Give
Yeah.
us something to take with us, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, my appointments, I mean, for the most part, they were very knowledgeable. And I have to say, even though technically, geographically, I heard that Chicago is in the Midwest. I myself have not been to a lot of these Midwest cities. And you can't assume that. You're like, oh, you're from Chicago and we're 2 hours away. That doesn't mean anything to me. From 2 hours away, I'm still in Chicago. So I will say the cities that I had appointments with really painted a great picture about their location.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there were a lot of cities that I just didn't know about. I just knew that they were in Michigan. But, so I think appointment wise, and we talk about this, Russell, all the time. We only have 10 to 12 minutes to make these impressions, to make it where I can take that and marinate on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or, reply, send an email and follow up. We only have those 10 minutes to make that impactful, like, nugget of information.
Mm-hmm.
So, make it impactful, make it tailor it to what we know about your city. That's my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. And they have a bio on us, right?
Okay, wait. Let me tell you this. Let's get into this, right? Do you notice that there are certain sales managers that are more, let's just put it out there, more prepared than others? Because
Yeah.
I sit down and I see ones with a big notebook and I'm like, wait a minute, you have my bio and picture?
Yeah.
And then you got some that don't have anything on the table. And they're like, hey, so what can I tell you? So there is such a very there's such a varied way of how these suppliers come to you. And I so to your point, yes, everyone gets a bio. Does everyone print it out? No. Does everyone take it with them? No.
No. That's
But they all have
obvious. That's
access
so obvious. Yeah,
to
they have
us.
access. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, they're asking
Yeah.
when did you
It's funny.
start? All the things that are just basic on my bio. When did you start this?
Yeah.
Or tell me a little bit about you. Well, how you can start that. Hey, I've seen you done this. You used to be a hotel person, right? That kind of
Right.
stuff. Oh, you had 25 years with Marriott, huh? You started off as a housekeeper. I mean, all that stuff is there. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you want to make a state or make an impression, lead with that. Lead with something that you know about that person from reading the bio that has been given to you, right? So
Ooh,
that's
that's a good tip.
yeah, yeah. Lead with that. Exactly. So if someone would have said, "Oh, I see you don't eat meat," I'm like, "Oh my God, they read the damn vibe because it's on there."
Oh, is it on
Yes.
there? Oh, that's cool.
Yes. But some people will take it a
Okay.
step further. They'll look at my website. The website is there. We all,
Yeah. Yeah.
you and I
Yeah.
both have websites, right? And I'm pretty
Right.
sure probably most planners do have a website or whatever where you
Right.
can find more information. If there's not enough information there, go to the website and see. See what else is there. Because like I
Yeah.
said, the information is there. We work hard on these things to make sure that you have enough information about us. But lead with that kind of stuff. Lead with
Right.
that. Something about them or myself or Tiffany or whatever, whoever you're meeting with. Then that way it
I love
makes
it.
it's not as awkward. It's not because some of these things can be real awkward. Like, well, tell me about what are you looking for?
I know. Or they get on a tangent or they just go left field, and I admit you might have to pull me back because if you start talking about Chicago, we're going to spend 10 minutes I'm going to tell you my favorite places to go. That defeats the whole purpose. So make it relevant to where we're at. Like I said, talk about your destination and what knowledge we have. But yeah, you definitely need to, yeah, I agree with all of that. Learn a little bit about us, and it's you know what, Russell. It doesn't even have to be that big of effort, right? It's just one little nugget, just
Yes.
like you said, it's a website. We're not asking you to do a deep dive. We're not
But that
just
sets the tone.
tailoring it and
Excuse me.
personalizing the conversation.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you? These shows, and from what I hear, they're not cheap, or they're not
Oh no,
the
they're not. No, you're
you
right.
know
You're right. You're right.
so on a business standpoint, I mean, that's an expense. A 10-minute this chat that gets expensive, so like make it worth it. That's just my thoughts. I mean, not everybody was like that for the most part. Everyone was prepared. I mean, I'll talk to anybody, so I feel like all my conversations were great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if you're looking for a little more, and judging the ROI, if you're going to go next year, I think, like, to your point, really digging deeper in that. I mean, it's not really an interview process, but it's just that fact finding process. Dig deeper into it,
Yes.
and
Yes.
follow up. We always talk about following up after shows. Did you get any follow up emails?
I got a couple. Yeah, a couple. Okay. I
Yeah,
only had
same.
what I had 20 appointments. I don't think I even had 20 because it seemed like which was fine. Um, I had
I think we had 18, right?
I think I signed up for. I
We
thought it was
had
supposed to be 20.
breaks.
Yeah, 2 breaks, but then
Yeah.
I had slots that I have no appointments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I had appointments during all those slots, then it would have been maybe about 22, 23 appointments.
Right, right,
But
right.
so no, it was. I mean, but it was fine. It was fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying that people lead with information about that person before you get into your whole
Lead
spiel.
with the person and yep, yep.
Excuse me.
And
Yes.
tell us about your destination. Absolutely.
Yes, and follow up after this is
And
over,
follow up.
because that's not the work. That meeting, having these little meetings, one on ones, having drinks and all that stuff. That's not work. You start working when you get back to your office. No, it's not. Okay, I don't know what you look at. I don't. Maybe for
You said
you
having
it is.
drinks. That's still work. That's
What I'm
still part
saying
of
is, what I'm saying is, the follow up is the most important.
absolutely.
Okay, not
Yeah.
having a cocktail. Although having a cocktail is fine. That's good.
Well, you can follow up about that cocktail.
Okay, well
You
let's
can
do
follow up
that.
and be like,
Hey,
"Hey, it was great having drinks with you." So I,
yes, I
just so we
yeah, I know your
remember.
favorite drink is this, blah blah blah, and did you make it back home okay? Because I saw you were kind of tipsy
Oh,
going back to
geez.
your
Okay,
room,
maybe not all. No, no,
stuff like that.
maybe not all. But no, I agree. The follow up.
Yes, follow up is
And
important.
because what we do, what we talk about, we talk about being top of mind. So now you're competing with all these Midwest destinations.
Yes.
And for me, I source workshops based on region. So we have a certain amount that we need for the Midwest region. So when I tell people location wise, it's flexible. So how are you standing out? You know what I mean? How am I picking, Kalamazoo over Grand Rapids? I don't
That's
know.
true.
I just named two cities in Michigan. So,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Look at
So
you.
the follow up helps because now you're cutting through the noise. Now, if Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids email me this week, now they're in the running as opposed to someone who didn't because now they're top of mind. And if I know I need a Michigan location and those two send me, a spec sheet, make my job easier. That's all I'm saying because I really don't have the time and the energy to go through every Midwest location that might work. So usually it comes up with the top of mind.
That's
And then guess who's getting the business?
you're so right. You hit
Right,
it right
so,
on the head. You hit it right on the
yeah.
head with that. So yeah, so make sure we are following up. So we're giving some information here, giving some tips on
Mhm.
standing out, what you should do. I'm not trying to tell you all your business, but I'm telling you how to be top of mind, and those are things
Right,
that she just mentioned to be top of mind. So just make sure that we're
right.
doing those little things, and I don't think those are out of your way kind of things. That's just part of what you
Yeah,
should be
no.
doing anyway. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Also, if someone gives you an opportunity to talk about your brand and things like that, like elevating your brand conversation, you should take advantage of that as well, right? That's another way of elevating your brand, right? Letting people know being top of mind.
Interesting. I love
Speaking
how
of
you
that,
split that in.
speaking of that, hey, did you see? I posted you yesterday. Did you see that?
You did. Okay, so let's talk about that because it seems like you've been busy because your social has been every day it's somebody new. So how is that going?
It's been going well. It's been going great. I've been getting a lot of good feedback from people,
Okay.
including the people that of course, I had conversations with. But people are, yeah, a lot of people are, they're liking it. They're making comments, which is a good thing. And so, if you don't know what I'm talking about, back at Destination Southeast, which was in Florida a couple of weeks ago, I guess it's been about 3 weeks ago now. Northstar, shout out to Northstar, David and Shalise, they allowed me to come and set up cameras and lights, camera, and action, and basically have conversations with people about their brand. This is just a way to elevate their brand, be top of mind if that's important as well, and get a chance to tell their story, like how they got started in the business, whatever if they're a meeting planner, if they work for a DMO, if they're a salesperson with a hotel, whatever they were, it didn't matter. It's just having a conversation, right? It wasn't an interview. It was a conversation about
Yeah.
how they started. And Tiffany is one of the people that actually did it as well. So we were just, Velvet Style Event Mark. What is the name of your company again?
Oh my God, you did no, keep going. We did it right. Velvet Style
Velvet
Event
Style
Marketing.
Event
See, it
Marketing,
just
right?
It just
Okay,
came right
so
off the tongue. There you go.
I should
Yes.
have that already. I should know that already. But she was one of the person. I mean, although we talk all the time on this thing every
Right.
Monday, right? She took advantage of it, and I posted it yesterday. So okay, so there's one video probably lasted 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. Maybe some a little less, maybe some a little more. But from
Okay.
that one video, it got cut up into like 20 reels. So kind of 20 bite-sized pieces, like short-term content or short-form
Yeah.
content, right? Instead of you sitting here watching 15 minutes, which a lot of people may not have time, 15 minutes to watch an entire
Right.
video, right? So I
Right.
broke it down into little bite-sized pieces of less than a minute. So you get a little bits and piece of different conversations I've had. And then I'll once I go through, I think I had 11 people. So once I go through all 11 people, then it starts over again with another bits and pieces. And I'll keep continue to do that. I mean, I got content
Oh.
for now until the end of the year. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Based on that.
wow.
Yeah, so it's giving you little bits and pieces of our conversation instead of giving the whole thing. Hopefully, it makes people want more. Like, oh, I want to hear more
Yeah.
about this Tiffany. You know what the hell she's doing in this
Oh, wow.
in these meeting planner streets. You know what I mean? What is she doing? So, so
I was gonna
yeah.
say I love the bite size content because to your point, you're right. People might not have time to just all at once, dive into the content. But to your point, they might hear that bite and be like, "Oh, I do want to hear more." But
Yeah.
I love options of those, short. And for what you did with me, I was like, "Oh, that sounded great." So it's like you take the best part, and you establish yourself. And it's so funny too. The beginning of the year, I had goals about visibility, and one of them was um, being seen as a trusted expert. So those, those little sound bites are coming from our areas of our profession. It's not just someone that does events. This is like, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it because that's what I wanted to lead with. I want people to know me as an expert in my field. And so, for me, that's how it felt. That's how it's impacting me. And I know you talk about elevating brands, and I think everybody has their own reason or their own objective
Mm-hmm.
of elevating that brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's personal to
Yeah.
people, but for me, I like the idea of being visible and being known as a knowledgeable source for events.
Yes.
So,
Yes, and
yeah.
that's what it's all about. I mean, you spoke so eloquently about that. That was very nice the way you put that. Okay, that was very eloquent. So, but yeah, so that's what it's all about. It's just about being visible, letting people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them for the most part.
Yeah.
So, Tiffany, and you said I work hard. Yeah, I still do these things on the weekends. See, one thing about me,
You were
it
working
doesn't.
hard this weekend.
Weekends don't matter to me. That's just another day. There's 7 days in a week, and if I have that much content, guess what? I am posting 7 days a week. So I post it over the weekend, which I always do, but this I think these little sound bites are more important than anything that I can do on my own because this involves other
Hmm.
people and their brands, right? And I want to
Yeah.
make sure people, their brands get out there. And I always copy them on it, or tag them on it, so they know exactly when I post it,
I
right?
was,
Like I got comments this morning from her name is Mary Wheelwreck. So
okay.
I posted this morning like at 7 a.m. I don't know what time zone she's in, but instantly she got that and was thanking me and reposted it and all this kind of stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's good. So I did. So Mary, Tiffany, who else did I do?
Aquan. I watched Aquan. And Corey. I watched Corey.
Story,
From who else?
Lucien, who is from Spain. I did her. I did
Okay.
Mabel Olufello. She's I
Okay.
want to say she's out of either DC or Atlanta. Maybe she's out of Atlanta. So I did her as
Okay.
well. So yeah, and then I'm gonna do Shalise either later today or tomorrow. Shalise is
Oh,
with
interesting.
Northstar. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a yeah. So they're all good. They're all unique, right? Because everybody has a unique story of how they started their business or what they do, or how they what was their background? Like Shalice's background. She was in media before she
Yeah.
even got with Northstar, but she's been with Northstar 14 years. I didn't even know that. I'm like, damn, really? So
I don't
yeah,
know.
so yeah, so there's stories, and
Well,
it's all
I
about
was gonna
storytelling. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna bring up was it tagging, which I like because I would see it and then I start following, and then they start following me. So
Yes.
it's I mean this it's the exposure too.
Exactly.
You're exposing people to a different audience, and
Hmm.
now you're helping them with followers. I mean, I
Yes.
wasn't even following Aquan, and then I go to his page and he's been doing other like
Yeah.
podcasts. So now I'm in a
Exactly.
deep dive. So like
Yeah.
it's it's something to not take lightly the impact that it can have. When
Yes.
you can say, "Oh, elevate your brand, get out there," but it's just a ripple effect. Once you start doing it and people start sharing, and then other people see it.
Yes.
And then this is just what in the last week or so that you posted these.
Yeah. Last week. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
getting a
So
lot of traction, and it's not just traction for me. It's traction for the people that I'm having conversation with, of course,
yeah,
the brand they
absolutely.
represent, right? So if you're say if you're a DMO, it's traction for me, of course. It's traction for Northstar because I always tag Northstar on as well, right? And then we're at a Northstar event. It's traction for the
Yeah.
person that I'm having a conversation with and the brand they represent. So at least four
Yeah.
entities are getting traction from this, and that's what it's all about.
Good old traction.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you haven't checked that
Good old
out, please
traction.
do so. And go to my
Okay.
page on LinkedIn. I mean the same wherever you see me right now. It's on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube. I put it on all my social media platforms. So it's not just two things that I limit it to. I put it on Facebook. I put it on IG. I put those things everywhere. So if you do have a
Mm.
like somebody, I didn't even ask if they had a IG page. I just kind of found most of the people did have
I
them.
just
I
yeah.
found them and I tagged them
Yeah.
on it. So yeah, so it's not just about YouTube and LinkedIn. It's about those other pages as well. So take one form of content and put it on every platform imaginable, and that's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what it's all
Sounds
about. What
good.
else? What else? What else? That's it. That's all you got.
That was a lot.
That's all
Yeah,
you
that was a
got.
lot.
I
That was a
mean,
good. That was a good wrap up for what's been going on.
okay,
Just on to the
okay. What's
next.
next? What's next?
What's next?
What's
Just
next?
what are we? I mean, we're knocking into September, so some fall events we got planned. Um, doing some outreach for some holiday planning because that's right around the corner.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah,
So that's
Monday.
it. That's
That's
it.
it.
Is it a busy Monday for you, or is it just an average Monday, or are you not really working today? Which one is it?
I am working. I need to catch up. So the Monday after a show is always like catch up. I mean, I try to do as much as I can before I go. It is. I'm serious.
Okay,
So
okay. I didn't see
yeah,
anything. I just rolled my
it's a
eyes. That's
slightly. There's no events going on this week, but it's that catch up. That catch up week.
okay. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll be I've caught up. I've caught up on stuff I need to do because when I come back, I hit the
Okay.
ground running. I get my business
Yeah.
cards. I get my appointments. Make sure that I'm connected with them on LinkedIn. I do that. That's off the bat. That's what I
So
do.
look at you.
Yeah. So if you haven't done it, shame on you, and you should do it. Okay. So
It'll get done.
yeah. See, that's the thing. You don't even know what you need to do, but you need to do that.
It'll get done.
Yeah. See what I mean? See what I mean? You ain't that busy where you can't do that. But anyway, so
Oh
that's what
wow.
I'm already caught up. I'm doing that. My show tomorrow on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show will be on tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure what the topic's going to be, but it may have something a little bit to do with what we just talked about. Um,
Okay.
So yeah, so we'll see. No guest, but just me, just talking about probably Toledo, stuff like that. Things that some takeaways, some Toledo takeaways.
I like it.
Do you
I
have
like
any
it.
Toledo takeaways?
Um, I mean, budget friendly. I like the idea of doing something at the ball field where you can
Okay.
do,
Yes.
a nice little reception. You can we had our names on the what do you
Yes.
call it? Like a Megatron. And I think that was just something just a little different,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. Megatron, I guess you could
Um,
call it, but
this, I feel like service wise, I mean, our hotel was great. The people there were great.
oh, wait,
So
wait, wait, wait.
friendly.
Hold on. Rick, hold on. Back up, back up. It's not a service issue, but it was a miscommunication or maybe you assumed issue. Remember, you came to me the next day asking was my room clean? Was your room clean? Was your bed made up? I'm like, what?
I
Huh?
have been telling everybody that. I've been saying, oh my God, the hotel is right. But look, housekeeping only comes every other day. Like, I just feel like they should have told me that. I just feel like they should have told me that from the get when I checked in because I did not know.
Oh
And
man.
when you're there for 2 days, you don't get housekeeping, just so you know, because it's every other day.
Okay, is that a problem? Was that a problem for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Huh?
not going to say a problem, but yeah,
Is that a deal breaker?
yeah.
Is that a deal
It,
breaker?
it could be, depending on the program. It could be
Okay, but
because you come.
okay,
See,
back up, back up. Hey, hey, hey,
so
hold
here's
on.
my thing. But
Okay.
here's my thing. The price doesn't change, right? So my thing is, during COVID, I know a lot of hotels were cutting back on their service, but the price was still the same whether you got housekeeping or not. So I'm just saying, from a consumer standpoint, I'm losing an amenity.
Okay, okay. I understand where you're coming from, but I think we just assumed too much. And
Yeah, we
maybe
do.
it's two things because I actually talked about this. I was talking to myself, but I talked about this on one of the daily check-ins I did last week, and I use
Okay.
you as an example of
Okay.
it's twofold. So they didn't let you know when you checked in that they only did
Yeah.
every other day, okay? But
Yeah.
then again, you didn't ask either.
No, I
Okay.
assumed because
So you exactly.
basically on basic hotel standards, it's not like I assumed do they have a club lounge, or I assumed everyone has it. I mean, housekeeping, you think you
Don't
tend to assume
assume
it comes every day.
post COVID, let's don't assume anything. I mean, although we're
So
5 years after it, there's some hotels that they haven't gone back to that. And and granted, this is a limited service or select service hotel, so it wasn't a
sure.
full service hotel anyway. So to me, it was no big surprise that that I did not get service. Okay, now
I
I'd have been
mean,
surprised.
I
Now
find it was surprising.
at the
As a
PGA.
Hilton Garden, we were at a Hilton Garden Inn. We weren't at Homewood Suites, which usually extended stay hotels are different. But
Okay,
yeah,
but they're neither one of them are full service hotels.
right,
So if we were at PGA National and we didn't get service every day, now okay, now I got some issues with that, okay? Because that's a full
right,
service
okay,
hotel resort,
right,
and you need to get that with that, right? So,
right,
but at a limited service hotel, I understood. I didn't have a big deal. It wasn't a big deal to me
right,
because, and then I always go back to me how I live my life, right? I don't make up my bed every day, and I don't change my the sheets, nor do I change a towel every day either. So, do
right.
you do
Okay.
that? Do you?
No, but I mean,
Okay,
I don't.
okay.
I pay for a hotel room. It's
Okay,
different.
okay. You're at a 10 right now. I need you at a 5. Okay, that's where I need you right now. Okay, all right.
I hear
So
you.
so it's twofold. We need to ask the question, and they need to let us know what to
Right,
expect or not to expect. That's it. I mean, that's just it. It can be a communication thing, but hotels, I don't care if you're a full service or a limited service. It doesn't matter. Let us know. Anyone that's checking in,
Right.
let the guests know that, hey, just so you know, we only clean every other day. But if
Right.
but give options. Now, if you want us to clean every day, we'll put you on the list, but it's going to cost you X amount more dollars to do it, and that's
Right.
fine. Then it's up to them to say, oh no, I'm good. Every other day is fine, or okay, yeah,
Right.
add $20 because it's important to some people that they get their,
Right.
the room is refreshed every day, and I understand that, but give them the option to do that. So there you go.
Agreed.
There you go. So this
There you
was
go.
good. This was good
Yeah.
information today. This was a good Monday.
Good.
So anyway, so okay, you said you're gonna do some work. Probably not. You probably
Yes.
take a
Other
nap
than
after
that,
this.
I'm a wrap up too. Yep. Because
When's your
it's
next?
busy
Did I ask
Monday.
when your next trip was? Did I ask that?
No, I'm heading to Destination Caribbean. Um, well, is it next? Oh my God, next week.
Must be nice, and that's in Aruba,
Next
right?
week. So yeah, right after Labor Day, I'm going to Destination Caribbean,
Okay,
and I'm excited about that.
that sounds like fun. That sounds interesting. Okay, I'm not. I
Yeah.
won't be there, so I'm not doing no Aruba.
No. Oh, I won't have my buddy.
Oh well.
I have to bother somebody else. But no, I went last year. I am excited about the show. And we talk about people that are passionate about their destination. Everybody is passionate about their destination in the Caribbean, so I'm excited.
They should be.
Never been to Aruba,
Okay.
and but Aruba is on the list, so I want to get the law of the land there, and visually see what makes sense because I hear things, but I want to make my own opinions.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. As you should.
yeah.
That's why
Right,
we go
right,
to these
right.
things. Like you
So,
said, you led with this. That's why we go to these things
right,
destination Southeast, destination Caribbean, destination Midwest, because we want to make sure we're familiar and make an informed
right,
decision based on what we've seen, not based on what other people have told us. Because the internet or
right,
IG and all that is full of everybody's opinion, right? Like, oh, this place sucks. Don't ever
100%.
go there. I mean, don't ever travel here. It sucks. They don't like us. All this stuff. Hey, that's their opinion. That was their experience. But who's to say that's going to be our experience? So we have to
Well,
go in
and
and
then
think for ourselves.
we lead a different way. We lead it from the inside of hospitality and events. And we talked about it I think last week or the week before about the difference between travel influencers. And what we look for are different things.
Yeah.
Like my first thing is like, how's the lift? How far is it from the airport?
Yeah.
There are certain groups that they're not going to do anything longer than 30 minutes from the airport.
You're right.
So I need to know, okay, what hotels make sense for this? What hotels are there adults only hotels? Are there adults only areas? Is it going to impact a meeting? Are you, walking through some family time? Are you walking through a wedding? Or is the meeting space completely separate and you're not going to get distracted? So there's so many things we look for
That's
that
right.
we can't go off the opinion of somebody who had their vacation there.
Exactly. Very
So,
good point.
yeah,
Very good
yeah,
point. So hopefully people are listening to this and understand
hopefully.
that yeah, there's a whole different. We're singing from a different sheet of music than other people, just individually
Right, right.
that travel, which is fine. I mean, that's their thing. That's what they do. But yeah, I mean, we can have hundreds of people coming to these things, so we have to make sure that at least the bulk of the things they get from these destinations or like you said, the lift. Is the lift sporadic, or is there lift from every major city, or is there a lot of connecting
Right.
flights? Some people don't want to connect more than one time. That's it. I'm done with that, right? So yeah, so all that matters. Yeah, yeah, we understand. We understand.
And like,
So
is it nonstop?
yes, exactly, exactly. Yes, and I put
Yeah.
me on the red eye if it's nonstop. If my option is
Well,
go ahead, what?
no, no, go. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're freaking right. I know.
I said if my option is two stops or something like that, change planes here. No, put my butt on the
Okay.
red eye the night before. Okay.
Okay,
I'll get
okay.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
red
I don't
eyes aren't
mind that.
bad. Well, you're from California. I feel like that's such a California thing to say. Y'all love those red eyes. I have never seen an airport that is lively. I'm talking about like everybody's out at 11 p.m., midnight. It might as well have been 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta
I
do.
mean, it was 11 p.m. and that place was crowded and bustling because yeah, you guys do a lot of red eyes,
We
which makes
gotta
sense. I
do.
mean,
Go at 3:30 in the morning. I've been there at 3. My last flight to Detroit
wait,
was 5:30. I got at the airport.
okay,
I got to the airport at 3 o'clock. There's people in
was TSA
line,
there?
hundreds. I'm sorry.
Was TSA open?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Well, no, wait. TSA opens at 3:30. They open at 3:30 in
okay,
the morning.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, but people were there in line in droves,
Wow,
waiting for TSA to
wow.
open. Yeah. So I had a 5:30 flight, and then even Delta Sky Lounge was open too. Okay. Once I got through, Delta Sky Lounge was open, so got
Here
a
we
chance to
go.
get
Here we
my breakfast
go.
on. I got my breakfast on. Okay.
Okay, okay, Delta.
Shout out to Delta in the Sky Lounge, okay? If you're not a member, you need to be one, okay?
What? Russell, don't say that. You need to hit them up for some sponsorship. Don't even say that right now. Tell them, look, I need you to sponsor this show, and I'll do all the shout outs you want.
Oh my God. Oh man, I'm telling you. Woo.
I mean,
It's a game
we're
changer. It's a
talking
game
about
changer.
it.
It's a
Huh?
game
It is a
changer.
game changer?
It's a game
Yeah.
changer. If you're an entrepreneur, you work, whatever, you travel with your office, which I do, right? And I'm sure you do the same thing with your laptop. That's your
Yeah.
office, right? So,
Yeah.
man, post up, eating, eating,
Eat
drinking,
good.
drinking, and working at the same time. Okay. So I had a five
Wow.
hour, just real quick. I had a 5 hour
Five
layover
hours?
In Atlanta, going to Panama, and went
Okay.
to the
All
Delta
right.
Sky Lounge. Psst, man, it's relaxing. You can go in there and go to sleep if that's what you want to do. Some of these Sky Lounges have showers. It's nice. It's you don't have to fight with everyone else for the restroom. The regular general population of the airport. You ain't got to fight with them. You ain't got to worry about that. Okay.
You
And
know
they got
what?
flight information in there too.
You know what's underrated when you go in there? You don't constantly hear those announcements.
There you
Oh,
go.
I tell you, those airport
There you go.
announcements,
There
like
you go.
oh gosh, yeah. No, I agree with you. Hey, you know me, like hey, I love a good lounge.
Yeah, we
I'm
know.
not, I'm not, I'm not at your level yet, but yeah,
You
I've,
need to be
I've
there.
dabbled in a few lounges.
You need to be there. You need to work your way there.
This is on my goal list.
Yes. Woo, that was good. All
This
right.
is my goal
Anyway,
list.
this has been
Anyway,
good. All
right?
right. So once again, this is the daily check-in with Russell and Tiffany. So we do this every Monday morning. Well, Tiffany's on every Monday morning at 10 o'clock. I do this Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So even without Tiffany, the show still goes on without Tiffany. Okay, just so you know. And I
Okay.
also do on air with Russell of Hotels, which is that daily or not daily, that live hospitality talk show comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So tomorrow will be show number 310 tomorrow because I didn't get a chance to do it last week. So 310 is tomorrow. So there you go.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Look at you.
310. Yeah, right, huh?
Okay.
Anyway. All right. Whatever. Anyway, you have a good time and Aruba be safe. Will we do
I will
this
have a
next
great
week?
time.
Are you going to be available next Monday? Or are you going to be
Next
gone?
Monday is Labor Day. I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to pause it. It's a
What's that mean?
holiday.
You going to be on a boat
I know.
somewhere? You going to be on a
I
boat
know you
somewhere in
work weekends and
Chicago?
holidays.
Are you going to be on a boat somewhere in Chicago?
Possibly. Oh, Russell, I didn't even tell you this. I didn't tell you this. It is cold. It is cold in Chicago already. I
Really?
woke up 62 degrees this morning.
Oh, good.
It's not even, I mean, our summer is almost over and I'm sad about it.
Oh well. Get
So,
over it.
yeah, so Labor Day, I might have to enjoy my last little bit of summer And
Okay.
so
Well, make sure if you're on a boat, stay in the boat.
I do stay in the boat. That's a given.
Hey, next time let's talk about what. Let's talk about the situation. Someone overhearing a conversation. Next time. Next time, let's talk about that.
Let's not. Let's not. The people do not want to hear this.
Oh my god, that was
When you think
hilarious.
when you think you're having a private conversation and you're not.
Oh my god, people are something else, Bill. People are
Man.
something else. Anyway,
Well, I will say these shows bring out a whole diverse group of people, like just interesting
oh yeah,
ways of dealing with people, and
oh yeah,
yeah. So it's always something interesting with these shows. So
oh yeah, no yeah. There's
yeah,
always something or someone interesting.
someone or something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yes. But I met some good people. Some people I hadn't met before.
Hmm.
It was good. It was good. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. Anyway, all right, that is it. You have a great week. Happy Labor Day to you. Be safe. Don't be on the
Thank
boat
you.
doing too much. Okay. And
I'll
it's
try not
okay to just
to.
stay on shore. It's okay to just to stay ashore.
On
Okay, you don't have to get on
shore,
the boat. Yeah, you don't have to get on the
I can
boat.
stay. Oh, come on now. It's only so few times you can do it in Chicago, you know? And then
Okay.
it's the rest of
Then
the rest of the
you've
year
already done
you're
it. You've already done it, so you don't have to do it again. Okay. There you go.
all
All right,
right.
you guys have a great day, great week, and once again tomorrow I'll be back for daily check-in. And make sure for on air with Russell of Hotels, and make sure you check out my LinkedIn page with all the different conversations I've had. I've been posting those regularly. I posted one this morning. I will post another one this afternoon, and of course the rest of the week. So make sure you check those out. And if you don't follow me on YouTube, please do so. Russell of Hotels. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. So anytime I go live, you get that notification. And there we go. So that is it for now. Have a great day. Tiffany, take care. Safe travels
All right.
again
See you
and
next time.
happy Labor Day. Until next time, peace.
Peace.